You guys might remember this song to lead us in.
So, as far as...
It's another win for the toe. Guys, Aaron Imholt. We love him. We love him, don't we? And why do we love him? Because he can't stop winning. My problem is guys who can't stop winning. They drive
That was my
me
first thought when I went deaf. Was like, fuck, that's another win for the toe.
It's another win for the toe.
Fuck.
You can't beat this guy because he's got you outfoxed at every moment.
He's the Boston Celtics of podcasters. Anyone following the series? Okay, never mind.
Let's put it this way. I was recently watching some Aaron Imholt clips, and I learned that his wedding ring that he gave to April, she kept it, and then for some reason, Nick Rekieta has it. Now, Nick, is that true? Is Nick still here? Nick doesn't give a shit. Oh, Nick, do you still have Aaron Imholt's wedding ring? I don't know. Well, who'd she get? Well,
what's the lawyer term for that?
Aaron,
Evasive.
Right?
No, I kept it because it's attached to something that was probably going to be used as evidence in my trial if that dumbass wanted to testify.
Okay, so Nick is saying it's attached to a piece of evidence. Well, my understanding would be that if you spend a lot of money on an expensive piece of jewelry and the guy who's come you ate gets the jewelry...
No, after this weekend, I can't hear any more about the cum eating, man.
I would not call that a win. But I've learned from Aaron that I'm an idiot. Let's find out.
And then she didn't, which I thought was an awesome move by her. You shouldn't keep that ring. I'd sell it. That's the biggest fuck you to me. You're pissed at me. You sell that ring, fuck you, I'm taking the money. But instead, Nick couldn't part with it. So he kept my wedding ring. Dude, eternally in cuckatude much. Holy shit.
Eternal
cuckatude.
cuckatude.
Nick's going to melt down the ring and turn it into a baldo.
The chins have spoken.
How did you get so owned? You can hear that laughter from him. He's completely destroyed you somehow. I can't completely wrap my head around it. He goes on to explain a little more about this.
Oh my God. You know, like the Sonichu medallion is cursed? Maybe my wedding ring is like the Lord of the Rings ring. That's why he's slowly transforming into Gollum. People thought it was the cocaine, then the Adderall and the nitrous huffing and all that shit. What if it's my ring that's slowly driving him insane? Well, quickly driving him insane.
Oh God, he can't make one insult. It's just always halfway through and then edit.
Hold on one second.
Sorry, drives me insane.
Let's hear how he comments on. I don't even know if I understand this.
Yeah. I didn't know I was such a wanted gal.
I didn't know I was such a wanted gal.
I've learned so much about winning from this guy. It's crazy. I always thought my life was trash, but I learned just everything is great. I started going through his Twitter to learn a little more about how I can be a big
I like
winner.
that he kicks it off with a good Lord of the Rings reference.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
I wanted to learn how to be a big winner like this guy. Now, you would think your wife leaving you, it's sad. You don't have someone to cook you delicious home-cooked meals. But as we're going to see from Aaron, that's not a problem because you can just nail... Look
Oh my
at
God,
this.
that looks like a perfect lasagna right there. How did he pull that
Now,
off?
he says it's not the best lighting. He is a modest guy, but that is a meal for a king. And he doesn't stop there.
He posted that as a brag.
Look at this.
No lie.
I made a little white chicken chili for everyone tonight. Another win for the toe, I would say. Now, normally I would, you're going to use your outside smoker to smoke meats, but you can put a frozen pizza in there? That's a W that cannot be measured up to. And how does he make these excellent meals with all these spices?
He can afford spices?
I know. And he's bragging about his Target brand chili powder there.
Not since Marco Polo was trading with the East have I seen so many spices.
And you go, but what if you overspice it, Aaron? That, of course, would be an L. If you use too much spice, well, not for the toe, who says, no, the recipe was a bit basil heavy.
Basil heavy.
It was not a bad first attempt. Everything this guy does is gold.
What are you, gay? That's the first comment? And he has to reply to it. He has to reply to every single one.
Me and you, we walk by a bunch of dirty golf balls. We don't think twice about it, but the toe sees opportunity. $10 at a garage sale for a bucket of balls, gloves, and tees? Time to use a pickle scrubber, soap, and water to see which ones are solid. Awesome Saturday.
He is owning this room right now.
We're destroyed. Carl, I don't think you understand. He's laid this out for you, how you can beat him. Do you know this? He wants you to know that you're a puppet. This is horrible what he's saying. Let's hear it.
Hulkamasha Baby says, I never got how people haven't figured that out. You only respond when they talk about you, so just ignore you, and you have no power. Right? I've been saying it since the radio days. We were Patrick Melton's like, I'm going to talk about steel toe. Motherfucker, we've been smoking people way worse than you for a decade. You're just the latest victim. You're the latest scalp on the wall. You're Mahmoud Muhammad, you're Carl, all those guys. Light work, dude. Light work.
Melton, you're a scalp on the wall. That's horrifying. He just can't stand
We've been
it.
telling these
Well, hold on,
guys
can you
for
pause
a
it?
decade.
Yeah.
All you got
I love this because he thinks everyone is as dumb as he is. That's one of the great things about Aaron. He goes, you you beat me. Stop making fun of me. If you stop making fun of me, I lose immediately. We're like, whoa. We're not that dumb. We're not going to fall for that.
He's making a very coherent point. He's going, you guys keep saying I'm a cuck. That's just a big W for me. Do you know how many people come to my page and leave a comment calling me a cuck? That's publicity, idiots. As he'll say,
do. Cut off the supply drives us nuts. They can't do it. That's what I'm saying. I have gotten so good at this that they cannot resist. They know what the victory is. They know to let it go. They can't.
I mean, just the I believe right there in front of him.
I love that he has this strategy. He knows this strategy. He has talked about Hackamania every day for the last month.
Carl,
Every day he brings up this event right here. And he's like, you win. You just don't bring it up. Oh, yeah? Sounds like another L for the toe.
I do want, let me
He's looking
see.
better. He's looking kind
He
of
looks
good there, isn't he? I don't know. He's like third season Ray Romano here, isn't he? She's just back from his haircut person.
Everybody loves cucks.
I mean, he's got an opinion on this event, Hackamania. He's been talking about it. You are right.
Buster says, I told you what our guy reported. Mapamania is going to be even more cringe than expected.
Now, did he call it Mapamania or Napamania?
Like sleeping or pedophiles?
I thought it was Napamania, which would be better, but if it's Mapamania, he's calling us all pedophiles, which is pretty fucked up.
That seems kind of off-brand for him.
It seems off-brand.
Yeah.
I'm going to hope it's
I like that
Napamania.
his neck texture and his shirt texture is the same. If they were the same color.
They really don't have anything. I mean, and then Melton yesterday is like, we don't have anything, huh? And I looked at it and I go, nope.
Can you pause it?
You still
Yes.
don't.
This little piggy coming up right after this show. We'll find out how little we have to report about this asshole.
I've heard there's a lot to talk about.
Dude, I've been getting dips and drabs, and I can't believe what I'm hearing already.
I've heard there's a lot to talk
It's
about.
amazing. What is it about him that's just so... He is in this narrow band where he doesn't quite spin out.
His life force is punchable. Some people's faces are punchable.
Yeah, it feels like he's been cursed and he's serving a penance where he has to podcast 100,000 hours to get out of this
You're
hell.
right.
Because he never does. He doesn't seem to care. He does it by the book. It's always 4 hours a day. He's like, okay, that's 4 hours. Just 32,000 more of that. And then
Time
I
to
can
make
die.
the donuts.
Such a weird.
Hold on. You two are fucking nuts. Are you listening to this guy?
Oh, no, I wasn't.
Aaron Imholt is stacking W's by the second. This man cannot stop winning. He's cooking his own meals. He's mixing his own drinks. He's got 10 people super chatting. We're here at Hackamania doing nothing. All I got to say is, you know what? I don't have to say anything. I'm going to let the man speak for himself.
Amazing, he even fucked this up.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there.
Oh my God! Hey, hi, Hackamania. How you guys doing? Go ahead. No, I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
Yeah! The king!
You know, I have to say, if anyone else would have asked me to be here, I wouldn't have done it. But it turns out that Vito and I are both part of the same file sharing group, and he threatened to expose me.
Hey,
so
I'm not supposed to talk
here
about
I
that.
am. I hope you guys are having a great time. I bet you I'm the last guy you expected to see. I mean, what an event. You guys are in Las Vegas, pretending that you go outside often. I love it. Who's all out there? I think Patrick's got to be there, right? Patrick, you know, I brought a gift. I brought a gift for everybody there, and I brought a gift for Patrick Melton. Would you guys like to see the gift that I brought for Patrick?
Yeah, I want
Right.
to see it. Yeah, let's do it.
I brought family pictures that nobody has seen before today.
I have not
What are
watched
you
the video.
doing?
I have not watched the video. I don't know what he has.
I did this,
You're
I
really not
literally have
coming
no
back?
idea.
but I wanted it to be a surprise. Vito
I told him to
didn't
cut a
tell
funny
anybody
wrestling
either.
promo. This could go horribly wrong.
I have family photos. You know what? Let's just take a look at them. The first one I have is of Patrick Melton's wife, the love of his life. You know, a lot of people call Patrick terrible names: morbidly obese, dead before 50, pedophile.
Oh my God!
I'm not saying they're untrue. I'm just saying people say that. But there's another side to Patrick. And that other side is his family, and it starts with his beautiful.
Can't believe
wife.
this is happening.
I can't believe I didn't watch this
Please.
beforehand.
There she is. Oh, goo goo gaga indeed. That's-
Why the fuck would this be your opener? I'm sorry, can you pause it?
Everybody's got
Just
a right
pause
to
it.
privacy.
This is your.
I don't know how to stop it. I don't know how to stop
I
it.
have more.
This is like a wrestling event where you're the main heel and you come in and show a picture of the organizer's wife as a baby. Everyone was a baby,
No.
Aaron.
I think you're missing the joke.
What's
What
happening?
he's saying is that Patrick is such a PDF file.
Oh, that's his wife now?
Current situation. I think that's what he's saying. I think that.
Jesus
guys,
Christ!
am I wrong? I think that was the joke.
Oh,
right?
yeah, because that's a present picture.
that's a
like,
present picture.
oh my God. Another win for the toe. You got me.
It was a great joke that no one got.
Oh.
So you're a pedophile.
Yeah, good stuff.
Maybe I should have watched this.
I like that he goes,
Yeah.
people call you terrible names like dead before 50. I've never heard anyone call Patrick dead before. I mean, it's just an apt description.
Hold
I
on.
thought he was 50.
My understanding of Aaron is that he will make this into a W somehow. He's still got time.
Yeah, back that up a little bit. I think we missed
Yeah, we
him
missed the second
gloating
there.
over his pedophile
Yeah, I'm
joke. There. I
sorry.
want
Let's
Get
to
that
see his
nice,
victory laugh. I always enjoy that.
Okay.
He's so proud of himself.
This is the
Well,
first show.
I don't want to keep her up there for too long. Everybody's got a right to privacy.
Who's the baby?
And plus, I have more. Let's take a look
number?
at this one, shall we? I have a never before seen photo of Patrick Melton and his father. That's right, Patrick Melton and his dad. Would you guys like to see it?
Yeah,
I bet
okay.
you would.
Let's see where this
I
goes.
bet you would. Put it up there. Patrick Melton and his dad together.
Oh,
Look at
red
that.
bar.
Look at how happy he looks. He's a little sheepish boy staring up at his dad. His dad looks pretty disappointed, but you would too if you raised a 400-pound closeted homosexual. Look, the point, we're not here to make fun of people.
Wait, now he's a
We're not here to
homosexual? I
say
thought he married a
he's
female
terrible.
baby. I'm lost in what Patrick is up
There's
to.
a lot
Holy
of mixed metaphors. The win is coming, okay?
Things. We're here to celebrate. After all, Hackamania is a celebration. For God's sakes, Carl Eberger is there.
Carl's here. There he is.
Applause for
Hey.
Carl. I am so glad he's there. And you know, Carl, always a professional in fine form. Carl doing what he does best, watching other people be funny.
Not now.
You got to be fair. There's
Can't wait for that to happen.
There's nobody
Not
better.
currently.
You got to be fair. There's nobody better. There's nobody better. Dick Masterson is there.
Wait, what?
That was it.
I didn't tell him to roast you.
What about all your
really
Simpsons
don't
stuff?
have anything against Dick. I have to say we've never really we've DM'd once. We haven't really spoken much. I did want to congratulate him, Dick Masterson. A baby and a wedding. Congratulations to Dick.
Baby and a wedding. That's good.
Dick, of course, married to 80s girl.
Oh, God.
Which, if you take away the 0, is Patrick Melton's favorite age for a partner. It's ridiculous. I like
because it's
Vito
not about
talking
me.
into us. All right, there's one more guest of honor at this event, and that is my old friend, but I like to refer to us as tunnel buddies, Nick Rekieta.
Nick Rekieta!
Round of applause for Nick Rekieta, my brother in cuckitude. You know, everybody thinks that Nick and I hate each other. We don't. It's all a show. In fact, I feel so stupid. There was a gift bag that Nick asked me to send to him to Las Vegas. He asked me to ship it to Las Vegas. He didn't want to bring it with him through the airport. I thought I'd show you the gift. I'm really sorry. I don't know why he wanted these things, but they've been sitting right here. The first one is a bottle of NyQuil. I'm not really sure why anyone would need that. This one was weird, too. I don't know.
Next one,
I think
Aaron.
Nick maybe has a dirty laptop or something there because it's a multi-purpose duster.
All right, that's pretty good.
I don't know why a guy would need that. Like I said, you're on vacation. You don't really need to be on your computer. But then again, how are you going to angrily tweet at Kurt at 3 a.m? And finally,
With his phone.
the weirdest one. He asked me for, and I quote, a jar of clean piss. I don't.
All right, that's a good one. That's
I
good.
don't know why he would.
What is that? That doesn't look like clean piss.
Oh, that is.
It's his
I don't know if
Velveeta
that's
joke
I don't know
again.
how clean that would have been, but sorry, buddy. I apologize. I would have got that stuff to you. I hope it doesn't put you in a bind. I'm sure most of that stuff you can find on the strip. There is one thing I cannot send to Nick. There's one thing that I'm pretty sure if I sent it to Nick, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. It's just once it's not ready yet. Hold on. Let me just have to put it on my cell phone. Really sorry about that. That's that's a lot. Let's separate that.
Yeah.
out.
Take a lot of time with this cocaine joke.
That,
It's gonna kill.
Let's see if we can show it there. That's there you go.
Yeah. We knew what you were doing
Nick
there,
calls
buddy.
pussy lines. I'm not. I don't want to bust you up. I don't want to get you in any trouble. So. Oh my God.
He's winning.
He's
Don't
right.
you
He never
understand,
was
you
really
fools?
Very good at that. I'm really sorry, Nick. I got that from your daughter's stash. I hope that.
Oh.
Did Stoney's
I
approve
hope
of this?
that doesn't. Look, I didn't. See, now I feel like. I'm
Nick
not
says
welcome.
she's not on probation.
I feel like nobody wants me there. You know what? I know when I've worn out my welcome. You guys are there to party. You're there to talk shit about
Thank
me.
you, Aaron.
It's no fun to talk shit about me when I'm sitting right here. I just want to say to the audience, all 14 of you that are there at Hackamania, I know a lot of you see me as the devil. I know a lot of you see me as the bad guy. And I know that I felt a lot of animosity, and I've poked at you and I've prodded at you as well. And it's not very nice.
Preach
and,
it. Preach.
You know, there's enough meanness here to start a small war. So I just want to leave by saying this, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I hope every single one of you there this weekend gets AIDS mixed with cancer and dies rotting from the asshole out.
Why is Vito selling
Very
this so
much for
hard?
This opportunity.
What the fuck's he
Hackamania,
doing?
Have a great rest of your weekend.
Why are you selling
For the
that
toe.
obvious joke? You knew he was winding up for that. You're like, whoa, this guy's hilarious.
He can't stop with the W's. I've watched his breakdown.
All right,
It's an
Hackamania
elaborate
3,
mind
Vito
game.
free, everybody. Looking forward to it. Thanks, guys, for coming.
Nick,
Someday
any
you'll
response to the Nick is
understand.
gay Chiron? Or the Nick, whatever that is.
Someday you all will understand the genius of a man who ate cum and emerged on top.
I can't wait till you're his co-host next week. After karmic
New
acts, we got
biggest
Vito
problem
Gesualdi.
co-host auditions will be held in Dick's basement. Guys, it's the biggest problem in the universe.
Yeah, what was the biggest problem? What did
Also
we
known
have?
as the test show to make sure everyone else's audio works correctly.
Was I right? 7?
Oh, thank you.
7 show? Yeah. 7 show.
Hey.
Thank you. Thank you guys for coming.
I want to thank Carl for coming up on the stage. I want to thank Nick Ricada. And of course, we want to thank the great Aaron Imholt for another big W on the board.
I really can't believe you got
for
that.
really fucking up my. I thought he was going to cut like a fun 3-minute promo. And he sent me
Why?
like
He sucks.
He sent me a 7-minute
Everything
flash
he does-
file
everything
that
he does
I
is
couldn't
wrong.
watch. I was trying to edit it, and I'm like, fuck it, I don't have time. I just have to play it during the show.
This is exactly what he would do.
Yeah, I know. He got me. In a way, he won over me. Because he said, just don't even watch it. It's so funny. You're going to be blown out. And I'm like, okay.
Wow, someone got over Vito.
I'm eternally owned. Just
Shocking.
another win for the toe.